Now, for a spot of chronomancy, you'll recall observing a certain theatrical dress rehearsal some time ago, yes? Well, though it may seem as if nigh on a year has passed since then, a wave of my wand and alakazam! I bring you to opening night, but one day later, intermission to be exact. So without further ado, on with the show! Let's welcome Dr. Bunsen Honeydew. I do enjoy a good bunch of balloons. They're as well suited for festive occasions as for carrying on aloft, provided one keeps a tight grip. Though perhaps that last example is a mite too specific. At any rate, I'd start popping them if I were you. Let's pop bunches of balloons. Welcome to Muppet Labs, where today is being made in future. Wait, scratch that. Where the future is being made today. See, this is why it's important to do vocal warm-ups in advance. I find reciting the periodic table backwards usually does the trick. Organocin, adenosine, lithium, helium and hydrogen. Ah, much better. But truth be told, I am somewhat more distracted than usual this evening. The Muppet Labs segment is midway through the second act and I still haven't put the finishing touches on my invention. Remiss of me, I know, but this is what happens when one leaves one's soldering iron out in the open where animal can eat it. A shame too. Why, once it's complete, it may well be our most groundbreaking prototype yet. Let's send Bunsen to ponder his latest invention. Ah yes, if there's any device that will drag the scientific community kicking and screaming into the 22nd century, it can only be the Muppet Labs Industrial Strength Can Opener. Patent pending. Yes, it draws upwards of a gigajoule of power for each use, and yes, it is significantly larger than a commercial dishwasher. But at the end of the day, there's really nothing better at getting all those tasty cling peaches out of the tin. In theory. Well, I'm not about to let one measly tool issue stand in the way of scientific advancement. There must be some workaround. Hiya, Bunsen. Ah, good evening to you, Gonzo. Dangling upside down from the ceiling, I see. Yep. Good, good. Well, if you don't mind dangling quietly, I'm going to have to focus on my calculations for a moment. Let's send Bunsen to calculate a workaround. Aha, of course! I should have realized it before. Why settle for some humdrum old soldering iron when I've got a perfectly good engineering grade flamethrower just lying around in storage? And to think Beaker said I shouldn't waste money on an impulse buy. That's egg on his face. If memory serves, the implement I need should be safely tucked away in the mobile lab. But all things being equal, I'd rather save myself the walk. Gonzo, my lad, would you mind terribly going to fetch it for me? Boy, I wish. I'm going to have to take a rain check though. You know, on account of how many legs are tied together. I see. Well, needs must, I suppose. Let's build Muppet Mobile Lab. Time is of the essence. Fozzie's debuting a new comedy act tonight. If Muppet Labs runs late, we may have to bump him. Though, that would be the 10th time this month. According to his punch card, I believe that gets him a free frozen yogurt. Let's send Fuzzy Bear to run through his new act. And so I said to him, that's not a hot air balloon, that's my wife! Ha! Waka 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 waka. Wow, I know I say this a lot, but I think this might be my best set ever. I can't wait to get up there and wow everybody. I'm just glad you're on before me, Gonzo. You always do such a good job of getting the crowd fired up. Aw, thanks, buddy. If the padlock on these chains wasn't stuck, I'd come over there and give you a high five right now. You said it, Paul. Nothing's gonna bring me down tonight. I can feel it. How delightful! Good to see that the Mobile Labs Find My Bunsen module is functioning within expected parameters. Why, it took even less time to reach this location than I'd expected. Shame about all those bent lampposts and flattened topiaries in its wake though. But it's a small price to pay for science, and one I plan on charging to Beaker's personal card. Well, now that the mobile lab has arrived, I'd say that's more than enough dilly-dallying for one evening. Yes, to quote a certain pioneer in applied astrophysics, let's light this candle. Only instead of candle, I mean industrial strength can opener, and by light, I mean set on fire. Contextual accuracy aside, you can't argue with the sentiment. Let's send Bunsen to start repairs in the mobile lab. Wonderful. At this rate I should be done with the necessary repairs well before my call time. And after all that ado about who ate whose soldering iron and why, I really don't know what I was worried about. Dr. Honeydew! Gonzo is chained up hanging upside down from the theater ceiling and trapped in his own stunt equipment. He can't even come close to finishing his act without emergency assistance. This is something to be extremely worried about. Ah, spoke too soon, I see. Fascinating. Now, Kermit, there's no need for hysterics. As it happens, Muppet Labs has the perfect invention for this very situation. You do? Okay, what is it? Only the Muppet Labs industrial strength industrial strength Gonzo extractor, of course. Patent pending. Why, it only needs a few quick tests before it's ready for use in the field. And I know just the test subject. Let's welcome Beaker. Meep, meep. Meep, 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 meep. Meep, 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 meep. Meep, 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 meep. Let's send Beaker to enjoy his 9-minute break period. Meep, meep, meep. Meep, 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 meep. Meep, 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 mo, meep. Meep, 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 mo, meep, meep. Let's send Beaker to chill out and work on his music. Meep, 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 mo, meep, 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 mo, meep, meep, mo, meep, 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 mo, meep, meep, meep. Beaker, stop frittering away your 8-minute relaxation period this instant and help me test this invention on you. Meep, 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 meep. Oh, come now. Who has time to quibble about the specifics of union-mandated break length? This is a science emergency. Let's build Gonzo's stunt spectacular. Meep, meep, meep. Quite right, Beaker. This random assemblage of highly combustible stunt paraphernalia will make the perfect testing range. Meep, meep. Yes, well, I was paraphrasing you. No one likes a spoil sport. Now, remind me what size rocket boot you wear again. Now, as the intended target of the industrial strength Gonzo extractor is presently unavailable, for this initial testing phase, we will be making do with an imitation Gonzo. Oh, Beaker, I trust you're so thoroughly entangled in daredevilry supplies as to render yourself completely immobile? I'll take that as a yes. Let the testing begin! Let's send Bunsen and Beaker to have a spectacular test. Testing complete! And another lovely batch of data points to iterate upon. Your thoughts, speaker. Noted, but if you are allergic to benzonium dioxide, you really should have noted that in the pre-test questionnaire. It's only 386 simple queries and an insurance waiver. Easy peasy. On to phase 2. Now that we've established the industrial strength Gonzo extractor's basic functionality, it's time we measured its efficacy at long range. Meep 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 mo meep? Yes, just head over to the mobile lab, wrap yourself in duct tape and wait, Beaky, you'll know it when it happens. Let's send Beaker to position himself by the mobile lab and let's send Bunsen to activate the device spectacularly. Hello, Beaker. Listen, are you and Dr. Honeydew done testing your Gonzo freeing thingamajig yet? It's just intermission's almost over, so, why are you sitting in the middle of a pile of burning duct tape scraps? Meep, 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 meep! Yeah, I don't know why I asked you either. Meep! Well, I can already see where this is going. Bunsen and Beaker are never gonna get that invention done in time, and we can't keep this intermission going forever. At this rate, they'll have to free Gonzo during his act somehow, which... Hey, now that's an idea! If we get the audience to think that freeing Gonzo is part of the act, maybe they won't mind. Let's see, who do I know who's loud and distracting enough to pull that off? Let's welcome Pepe! Expecting 10 eagles? Because if you were, numero uno, get alive. And numero dos, get used to a serious upgrade. Besides, that walking snooze fest can't distract his way out of a paper bag, okay? I've seen him try. That's why I thought of you, Pepe. We're strapped for new materials, so do you think you could recreate your old double act? Only loud enough so the audience doesn't notice an industrial strength Gonzo extractor going off behind you. Oh, and I haven't had up-to-date contact info for Seymour since 1999, so Fozzie can do his part. Pending availability. Right, pending availability. So, what do you say, Pepe? Are you up for it? Let's send Pepe to crack up. Oh boy. Well, you've certainly made your opinions clear, Pepe, but you never actually answered my question either. Oh, Kermin, this may be the worst idea I ever heard in my life, but you're the one who signs my paychecks, so why not? Really? Oh, that's great. You're really getting us out of a jam here. I can thank you. Wait, I wasn't finished yet. Oh, this is gonna be front row seats at the train wreck, okay? I can't wait. on to phase 3, in which we will test the Gonzo extractor's performance under extreme pressure and temperature conditions. Meep, 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 mo meep, 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 meep. Oh, unnecessary, unnecessary. What if Gonzo ever needs extracting from the cold and unfeeling vacuum of space? Let's send Bunsen and Beaker to test some new stunts. Meep, 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 meep. Intriguing. Now, if you'll stop shivering uncontrollably for a moment, Beaker, we can proceed to phases 4 through 30. Curtain goes up in a minute and a half, Dr. Honeydew. Look alive. As I was saying, we can skip all the way past phase 67 and straight into on-site implementation. Or, as I like to call it, the fun part. Hi-ho again, everybody! For our first act coming out of the break, we're diving deep into the Muppets back catalogue. And, well, I'm sure this was someone's favorite sketch back in our KMUP days, and who knows, it might be yours too. So without further ado, I present the vaudeville stylings of Fuzzy Bear and Pepe the King Prawn. And I'm here too! And Gonzo is here too, which is, it's all part of the act, Fox. Yay! I'm Fuzzy. I'm Pepe. We're two of a kind. I'm a little bit forward. And I'm a bear that tells jokes. No, that's... actually, never mind. I can't wait to see where this is going. According to my calculations, the Gonzo extractor is currently experiencing suboptimal levels of Get Up and Go. Beaker, be it here and borrow the components on this list from Gonzo's just-in-case explosives depository, will you? Meep, 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 meep. Fine, I'll come along. But don't say I never do anything for you, alright? Let's send Bunsen and Beaker to the stunt spectacular. Fascinating. I had no idea that Gonzo even had a pratfall-ready gardening rakes depository. Let alone that it's right next to his explosive storage room and that some merry pranksters switched the signs on the doors. Oh, Beaker and I are sure to have a good chuckle over this, once he regains consciousness, of course. I never knew it was possible for one lab assistant to trip over 12 rakes at once, until today. Psst, Pepe, did you happen to attend that first aid class that Joe from Legal was so insistent we be present for? We'll see, but I dozed off for maybe half of it. Why did you ask? Oh good, because Beaker's out cold in Gonzo's equipment room and I have to recalibrate the extractor before it explodes. Okay, yeah, whatever, I'll wake him up for you. Hey everybody's time for a totally pre-planned Pepe is off stage time. Let's send Pepe to rescue Beaker from the stunts. Break up, break up, break up, break up, break up, break up. Meep! Whoa, 2 more rakes stepped on in less than 1 second. Very impressive. Meep! Alright, Beakers. Whenever you decide you're done freaking out, maybe go back to the stage and swap out for your boss, okay? Meep, meep, meep. Yeah, I'm assuming that means thank you for saving me, Pepe. I'm forever in your debt, and also, you're a really cool guy. And hey, tell Bunsen's to meet me back here when he has a second, okay? The 2 of us need to have a conversation. Let's send Pepe and Bunsen to talk at the spectacular. Deal. And if I can say this from my heart, it was almost a pleasure doing business with you. Likewise, though I admit I wasn't aware that you made a practice of requesting tips in exchange for first aid. And I wasn't aware you tipped in pre-sharpened bananas instead of cash monies. So how about let's call it even, okay? I figure I need more potassium in my diet anyway, you know, to balance out all the plankton. Wait, walk me through this one more time, because I still think Rhino Fent has some more of a flow to it. Psst, Pepe, Beaker and I are ready to activate the device. So if you could somehow work what promises to be a fantastic pyrotechnical display into your act, it would be much appreciated. Finally! My old material is even worse than I remembered, okay? Attention, everybody's! Starting right this minute, this act is now a theater-wide dance party and also light show. Woo! Raise the roofs! Alright, Vicky, we're nearly there. Time for one final activation at maximum power. On my mark, ready? Ooh, I'm ready! Now everybody's aim yourself right at the dance floor, okay? Aim! Who's fired up? I'm fired up! Who's fired up? You're... Fire it up! Success! There's no doubt in my mind that this will mark the first of many successful Gonzo extractions to come. Beaker, your thoughts on this groundbreaking scientific occasion? It seems that activating the extractor at full power has the added effect of launching Beaker into the upper troposphere. Well, I'm sure he'll come down eventually. May as well watch Gonzo while we wait. Let's welcome Gonzo! What an amazing and totally not made up on the spot act, huh? Let's give it up for the great Gonzo, everybody! Wait, hold off a sec, Kermit. The act isn't over yet. Oh, well, let's give it up for the great Gonzo, everybody. Eventually. Thanks! Attention, captive audience, to continue the death-defying feat of performance artistry already in progress, I, the great Gonzo, following my daring escape from being chained upside down to the ceiling of the Muppet Theater, will pop a series of symbolic balloons while reciting excerpts from the work of noted Swedish surrealist August Strindberg. Ooh! Yeah, I figured this'd be a fan favorite. Let's send Gonzo to finish his act. I have a dream that comes back to me ever so often, and just now I am reminded of it. I have climbed to the top of a column and sit there, without being able to tell how to get down again. Oh, relatable. And on that intensely symbolic note, I'm officially all out of balloons. So, ta-da! Phew, what a rush. Thanks for covering for me up there, Pepe. That stunt wouldn't have been nearly as astounding without you. Hey, don't mention it, okay? Any cuckoo bananas plan that lets me have a surprise dance party on stage is fine by me. And speaking of the parties, let's keep these good vibes going. There's plenty of ladies out there I haven't danced with yet. Ooh, great idea. I'll see if Camilla and her friends are free. Meet you backstage, buddy. Let's send Bunsen and Beaker to meet at the spectacular, and let's send Pepe and Gonzo to party at the spectacular. right on schedule, Beaker. Come, since the Gonzo extractor is old news, now I need your help testing our next invention. Meep, meep, meep! Now, Beaky, science doesn't rest on its laurels, and neither will we.